Chaturvedi is a professor of ecology and climate change at the Birla Institute of Technology and Science. Really good to have you back with us, Professor. Here we have yet another report sounding the alarm bell on the climate crisis. It's saying that 2024 was the worst in recorded history in terms of temperatures. Tell us more about what this report says and what it's calling the world to do.
Yeah, so this year has been record in terms of temperature, and the report says that now we have around 41 days, which is very extreme temperatures, and this is there because of the climate change. And now the fact of the matter is that climate change is being caused by greenhouse gas buildup in the atmosphere. This year, last year, 2023, was one of the record years in terms of greenhouse gas emissions. I think it's really it is pointing to a big failure of our collective effort in terms of tackling the greenhouse gas emissions. We have not been able to arrest the increase, the ever increasing greenhouse gas emissions. Even 2024 is also looking like going to be a record year in terms of the greenhouse gas emissions. It is very urgently required that we bend the curve, we peak the emissions as soon as possible and then decline it at a very fast pace. And then by 2050, we must reach to net zero. The world should not emit by 2050 any of the greenhouse gas emissions. So I think we are way off the goal. It is signaling a big failure on the part of our collective global human. So I think this is very important. This is something that has to be taken into account.
Yes, and 8 years ago at the UN Climate Summit in Paris, they came up with a landmark agreement to essentially reduce the rate at which the world was heating. So there was a lot of momentum back in 2016 for the world and industry to essentially rally together in order to address the climate crisis. But at subsequent meetings, it seems that the momentum for action on climate change has been waning. Why do you think that is? Why are more and more governments, it seems, less than eager to address the crisis in a way that scientists are calling for?
Of course, I completely agree with you. At the Paris Agreement, it was we had a lot of optimism in the air. We really thought that the world has adopted the goal of 1.5 degrees and to 2 degrees to limit the warming below these levels. But now I think it is seemingly looking like a distant dream. The world has not even, we have not even peaked in terms of our emissions. So this is, I think, a collective failure. It is very wrong to put the blame on just one factor or one party. I think we all are collectively responsible. It is our lifestyles, it is our economic development that is fueling these kind of the emissions. I think somewhere it is a responsibility that we all have to own up, and we have to really think about a future where we are able to rapidly cut the greenhouse gas emissions, irrespective of putting the blame on one party or another. And then I think we need to work on technologies. We need to work on startups in this domain. We need to bring new management solutions. I think once emission reduction becomes profitable, then I think it will be something that will be taken up by the entire world in great zeal. Right now, I think this is something that is missing.
Okay. Professor Rajiv Kumar Chaturvedi, we'll have to leave it there. Great to get your analysis as always. Thank you.